Belinda and HarperAudio Australia present this unabridged recording of The Last Illusion of Paige White. Written by Vanessa Mccausland and read by Eva Seymour, Alila Fournour, Hannah Fredericksen and Jessica Stanley.
The desire to be loved is the last illusion. Give it up, and you will be free. Margaret Atwood, A Sunday Drive. Prologue. They weren't all sisters, but they looked the same. Dark-haired, as though they had somehow resisted the warm North Coast sunshine that honeyed the locks of the other girls, as though they had resisted the light that seeped into everything here, bleached the blinds, squinted the skin around eyes. They dressed differently too. Some said it was because they were religious, but really, wouldn't that make them more like everyone else, not less? They wore coal in their eyes, flowers in their hair, nothing on their feet. And they moved as though they already knew the secrets of the world at 16, as though they floated above the backyard barbecues and the beach days. These girls were of another place, or maybe they just wished they were. And I wished I was like them. Chapter 1. Jane. She traced the outline of the woman's face on her screen. Dark hair strewn like seagrass across pale skin, sticks and foam and flowers in the sand. It couldn't be her. Jane closed the browser window, her hand reacting before her mind could fully make sense of the image. Sometimes at low tide, the water was so shallow you could wade out to the middle, and when the sun hit at a certain angle it was like a mirror, like walking on water. When Jane thought of her childhood, she always thought of this mirror place, and the tree cathedral on the lip of the lake, branches stretching towards the low, hot sky in worship, the briny water, warm around her ankles. She willed her eyes to focus on her desktop, to reconnect with the thread of her news story. She was meant to be writing about locals protesting against the development of a huge shopping mall on their street. Her editors were pestering her for a copy, but she was still waiting on a quote from the council. She straightened her back and took a sip of water. Her eyes wouldn't focus on the words in front of her. Everything was hazy, like the morning mist that veiled the water at dawn. A message pinged on her screen. Urgent. Masters, drop the development story and get this Instagram woman one up now. Jane's hands were shaking. It can't be her. Surely someone would have told me. She studied her hands as though they were someone else's. Blue veins that threaded under her skin like estuaries. Does a home etch itself into a body? She pressed her palms onto her desk, took a deep breath. She had to focus. She was a journalist. She lived in Sydney now. She had built a life here, a career. That shallow lake didn't have any purchase over her anymore. And yet, Jane hovered over the link her editor had sent, hesitating. It felt like holding her breath underwater. The call of the wetland birds at dawn, the flash of silverfish just pulled from the water, the sound of her dad's voice. She pressed the link and the image slid onto the screen again. The woman's eyes were closed. Wet hair fanned out in the shallows. Jane felt the lukewarm water on her own skin. She touched her face as if expecting to find moisture. No, no, no. She felt the surge of nostalgia, of longing, at the same time as the awful wash of recognition hit her. She read the headline. Haunting last post before woman found dead. Jane drew in a deep breath, and it felt like breathing in water. She continued reading. Tragic last social media picture posted only hours before her body was found in the lake. The white curve of her arm cradled her head, as though she was sleeping. As though she was one of those archetypal women reclining in a Renaissance painting. The tree cathedral above her like a green crown. Their place. The place where everyone played as children, drank as teenagers, and then got married. Jane was the one who got...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?